Thank you so much, Mark. 9:32. Again, Mother's Day is on Sunday. And this year, mothers in Chicago, some of them are getting together to make a difference on a citywide level. Moms are joining forces to fight violence in some of the neighborhoods. Here to talk a little bit more about this event is Jessica Dessou, also known as FM Supreme. She's with Black Lives Matter, and Anjanette Albert, who lost her own son, Darian Albert, to violence a couple of years ago. Ladies, thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you so much for having
Let's talk a
us.
little bit about what's going on this weekend and this event on Saturday there in front of Chuck's Gun Shop there in Riverdale. A lot of lives lost here in Chicago to guns. What do you have to say about that, Jessica?
Well, I have to say that when we talk about violence in our communities, it's very important that we talk about police violence as well, and the role of systemic violence, and how the violence in our communities is parallel to what's happening with, I would guess what they would say, extrajudicial executions. I can't help but think of Rakia Boyd, who was murdered by a Chicago police officer, and Dante Servin, who was, the charges were dismissed. And so when things like that happen, it makes the community believe that no one cares. And so the hopelessness, the despair that runs rampant, those translates to guns being shot, killing innocent young people. So what's happening tomorrow, Reverend Jackson is gathering people at Chuck's, and that's amazing because we need to, we need to close down these gun shops. We need to gun laws, whatever. I go to many conferences, and Anjanette knows, and we speak about, violence in our communities. Last year I was with Mayor Michael Nutter of Philadelphia,
right,
and 40 other mayors for Cities United, and there we talked about how violence disproportionately and homicide disproportionately affects African Americans, males between the ages of 15 and 24. It's not a city issue, it's a national issue.
Exactly.
How can we create creative solutions to combat violence? And so it's important that when we talk about violence, we speak about violence against women, police violence, systemic violence, and Gandhi always said that, he once said that that poverty is the worst form of violence. And so in these impoverished communities, we need to give them hope. We need to give, you can't say put the guns down without putting something tangible in people's hands. And so that, so Anjanette and I were doing many things with young people and pushing for youth peace, and she'll speak about, as a mother, how she's been able to,
And how have you been? You lost your son, Darian Albert, in 2009.
2009.
In 2009, he was beaten to death right outside of his high school, Finger High School there on the south side. How have you been? What is this kind of weekend like for you? Because it's Mother's Day. You still have your daughter,
right,
who is a sophomore now.
Right.
But you're grieving, a mother who is still grieving.
Yeah, I'm grieving. I look at, it's getting better. It's not getting better. I feel a little better. You know what I'm saying? It's still hard, but I think that with all of every day, and with, like Jessica said, working with the youth and trying to help out, I think he'd be proud that I am where I am today. So I just yesterday found out that we got approved for the street renaming.
Yes.
So what I want to do is bring some peace. You know what I'm saying? I want to help everybody.
And you also say that you never want, this is a pain, an unspeakable pain. You say that you feel there were days, still have your good days and your bad days.
Right.
And you say you don't want another mother to feel what you're feeling right now.
Never. I've met,
and it's
so
never
many
closure.
It's never closure. It's never closure. Every day is a struggle, and I've met so many mothers. I mean, the story may be different, but the pain, the struggle is the same. And whether it's gun violence or any kind of violence, it's just unnecessary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know every day it's another mother.
Anjanette, thank you for your answer, being here with us this morning. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Jessica, and what do you say? Because sometimes young people your age, they think they're invincible. They sometimes they don't have hope. They don't have those dreams. Right. What do you say to them about what you guys are trying to do and putting 1,000 mothers together in front of Chuck's Gun Shop?
Absolutely.
Saturday, 12:30 to 1:30.
12:30 to 1:30. The people without a vision shall perish, and it's important that our people have a vision, and they have to. We are the change that we wish to see. No one's coming to save us, and so what I'm telling our young people is Chicago Youth Peace. Instead of branding Chirac or branding terms that are detrimental to our communities, it's time to reframe the narrative. So on June 4th, we will launch the Chicago International Youth Peace Movement Conference. So it's from June 4th through the 6th. We're going to have it at the Chicago Theological Seminary, and actually we're hoping to, we just got the date, her and Diane Latiker, Anjanette, they've been working to get the Darian Alberts honorary street name, and we're going to actually go out there that day on June 4th.
So we're going to have you come back, and while we're talking about Mother's Day this week, we're going to have you come back and talk about the event on June 4th to get more people
Absolutely.
involved in that.
Absolutely.
That's a deal, okay?
That sounds good. Thank you so much.